Okay, so listen up. Today's notes. Okay, it's actually really not a new set of notes. It's stuff that we've already done, but we're actually going to do it a different way. Okay, so today is actually called Reciprocal Identities. Reciprocal Identities. Okay, so there's one that's actually misspelled right here. So on the top, you guys change this right here. So this one, it's misspelled. It should be CSC theta. Okay, CSC theta. Okay, reciprocal. The word reciprocal means to do what?
Opposite.
Not opposite.
Flip it.
Flip it.
Oh.
Flip it over. So if sine is opposite over hypotenuse, the reciprocal would be? Very good. Hypotenuse over opposite, right? Now, let's go ahead and, since we're doing our notes, we do this on everything that we do for trigonometry. What do I start by writing over here? What do I need to start off with?
Where?
What's a mnemonic?
Some old hippie.
Some old hippie. Caught another hippie. Tripping on acid. There we go. Because if you look, this is this, right?
Yeah, this is what you would see if you're actually tripping on acid.
There we go. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Same thing right here. Cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. The reciprocal identities, so sine goes with cosecant. Okay, so it's hypotenuse over opposite. Secant is hypotenuse over adjacent. Cotangent is adjacent over opposite. Okay, so let's take a look at our handy dandy notebook.
Oh my god, I will feed. Oh my god.
Do you remember?
It's in the black fan. Black, oh my god.
Do you remember this thing? Okay. So, I'm opening up that handy dandy. What's good, yo? Yeah. So, in our handy dandy, I'm going to open it up to this page down here. On the bottom, that's where it's actually starting out. Okay. Have you guys been keeping up with this and putting these into your notebook?
No.
Probably not, right? Because it's in your black hole of a backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we say complementary does?
Well, I'm still looking.
93.
Adds up to 90, right?
What?
So if I were to label this, I would say 1 and 2. I could say angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 90 degrees. Supplementary adds up to 180. So it's angle A plus angle B equals 180 degrees. Triangle sum theorem. All three angles in a triangle add up to how much? 180. Knock off the sarcasm. Come on. Yes. Go ahead. So, now let's go down here. So, if you guys want to write out the mnemonic for this one, so it would be some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on acid, right? So right here. Or, so this is the whole mnemonic. And what it stands for is sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so you can go through and fill out these for your thing. Don't forget, you could use your handy dandy on your test next week.
I thought if it was spelled with that E.
Nah, it depends. Kind of like people that name their daughter Candy, but it's Candy with an I instead of a Y. No, yeah, anyway, but still. Okay, angle of elevation, angle of depression. So right here, angle of depression, which one is that? Going down. Don't even lie, you were here and you were being sarcastic. Don't make me even go over the video now.
I was not here for that.
I
I swear I was not here for
I will go back to the video and you.
I swear to you.
I will find the part where you say
I was brown that
sane,
day.
sane.
I swear, no, I got it with her.
I know.
You weren't here.
Anyway, all right. Angle of elevation.
Who?
Angle of elevation does what? Goes up, right? Okay. Pythagorean theorem. Here it is, right here. Just in case you forgot it, we've been using it for a while. Okay. Cosecant. Okay. Now, I'm going to write the abbreviated version of it here. Cosecant is CSC. Theta is... No. What was cosecant? It's on our thing. Very good. It's hypotenuse. Secant. The abbreviation is SEC. Theta should be and cotangent is abbreviated COT. Theta is going to be very good. Okay, so you guys got some extra room there too. So I'll tell you guys tomorrow what you guys should probably put in this. Okay, all right, so let's go back to this. Now that we have that vocabulary in our handy dandy, let's take a look at a couple things. Secant and cosecant are reciprocal. Reciprocal. So, I swear, I misspell this all the time, and it's so frustrating. It is RECIPROCAL. Okay, they're reciprocal. Now, if you guys take a look at what we have right here, these are cofunctions here. So secant goes with cosecant. Remember when we did it the first time, we knew that sine theta was equal to cosine of 90 minus theta. Or if I remember correctly on the notes, there was an A here. I can't remember. Okay, so they're cofunctions of each other. When you want to find the other, okay, it's 90 minus. So these are going to be good for later. Tangent and cotangent are also, okay, these are cofunctions. Okay, they're reciprocal and they're also cofunctions of each other. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's try and set this up now. Okay, from this right here, sine is always going to be from theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. And then I write the reciprocal of it, which would be h over o. Secant is h over a. cotangent is A over O.
Hold up. Let me give you your baseball bat.
I'll get it in a minute. Okay, you guys ready? So now I'm going to need you guys to actually fill in some answers here for me. So if theta is my reference angle, denoted by the theta here, right? Theta is my reference angle. So from here, let's go through and label everything. This side over here is opposite, so this side over here is, this side is adjacent. Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and set it up. So we're going to fill it in with A, B, and C here. So sine theta is what over what?
A over
A over what?
C.
A over C.
Very good. Cosecant theta is
C over A.
C over A. Cosine is B over C. Very good. And secant,
C over D.
tangent,
A over B.
A over B, right? Cotangent.
D over A.
¿Está muy fácil?
Yes.
Okay, good. C. All right, so now, okay, now we get some math here. Okay, so now for this one right here. So again, my reference angle is theta. So I'm going to mark that. So if that's my reference angle, this side is opposite, right? This side is, and so if you go through and label this first, before you do anything, this is going to make everything a whole lot easier. So let's start with sine. Now instead of putting the letters, we're going to put numbers. So what do we have here?
20 over 29.
20 over 29. Cosecant.
21 over 29.
Cosecant?
Oh, I mean 29 over 20.
There we go. So 29 over 20. Sorry, my pen is not liking this. All right, cosine.
21 over 29.
Secant.
29 over 21.
Tangent.
20 over
20 over 21. Cotangent.
21 over 20.
Easy? Right? Okay, so now let's take a look at that practice real quick. Now, on your practice, it made it a little bit more difficult, right?
Yes.
So, what I did is, you're missing one of the sides.
Oh, hell no.
How do I find the missing side of a right triangle? Pythagorean theorem, right? So we're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem. So let's take a look here. My hypotenuse is always the C value in my Pythagorean theorem. So doing this one, I'm going to have, okay, I'm going to put a letter here. I'm going to call this A, just because I feel like using the letter A. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be quite usable here in a minute. All right, so we have 24 squared plus A squared is equal to 25 squared. So that's going to be 24 squared plus A squared equals 25 squared. Okay, let's do our math. 24 squared. By what? 576?
Yeah, 576.
576 plus A squared is equal to 625.
Yeah.
What am I going to do to both sides now? Subtract what? Okay, subtract that from both sides, so I get a squared.
49.
A squared equals
49.
And how do I undo a square?
square root.
Square root, right? So a is going to be equal to the square root of 49. So a, what is square root of 49? 7. Very good. So a is 7. So I'm going to put a 7 right there. All right, let's go through and label. So if this is my reference angle, this side over here is?
Opposite.
Opposite, thank you,
I
yes.
like that, I'm sorry.
Okay, opposite, right? So, this is opposite, so I'm going to put an O over here. This side over here is hypotenuse, so I'm going to put an H over there. And this one is? So I'm going to put a A.
We already have one. So
I know, that's why I labeled it. Okay, so now let's take a look. So I have all my values. All I have to do is fill in now, right?
Yes.
So, which one is missing on this one here? Say it. Hypotenuse. So that's going to be my H. I'm going to solve for that and then fill in my numbers. And for this one right here, okay, if this is my reference angle over here, this side would be my,
Opposite.
so I'm going to put an O there for my reference, for my variable that I have to find, right? All right, go ahead, use this time. It's that easy. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff.